I started a book on April 15th, 2025. Lord willing, I will be publishing it April 15th, 2026. And I've been left with the feeling I should make a complete explanation of the book, my goals, and why you should buy it. That way, when I do a big marketing push in a few weeks, someone looking into it has an explanation video. To start, the primer. Cruelty is utility, and evil must be killed at all costs. In the distant realms, a warrior seeks to kill the profane. He is an old soldier, and quick to make necessary sacrifices. After the cruel warrior kills a fierce giant descendant, a rescued hostage is caught off guard when her town is told about how she destroyed the monster instead, giving her an unmatchable reputation. The eye of an evil man notices the deception. I've stacked my goals precariously into this pile: quality, approachability, originality, and episodic. It's loosely in order of importance. The quality is the most important thing I wanted to make sure this book could live up to. You might watch my D&D videos and say, hey, those kinda suck, and I congratulate you on your eyes and ears. Many of them are made in a day, recording a first draft, and throwing images together as fast as possible, in addition to having not made an outline before writing them. They are my amusement, and they are low quality. I admit that. This book does not lean into any skill I know is lacking, and you will be reading no less than the 5th draft after hundreds of hours of editing. In the process of writing the novel, I've read 5-ish Red Sneakers writing books. They're digital, so I can't show them to you. And the Blue Book of Grammar, which I did get a physical copy of. Not to mention internet research, which I've done a large amount of. I've also invested in a high-quality piece of art for the cover, which is not yet finished. This being a work-in-progress copy of the book, which I also printed too big. The adjusted book should be similar in size to one of these. Goal 2, approachability. Better known as my target market. I know there are thousands of fantasy readers out there, but they will never grow thirsty for more fantasy content. When I started planning for the book, I found myself contemplating phone addiction and reading endurance, and the market stuck in my mind in a way that I couldn't really pull it out. I consider reading endurance to be one of the most valuable skills I've acquired in my life, and I got it reading fiction. Being able to focus on reading for long periods of time is a skill that can help you in just about any job context. I circle back to the Blue Book that I mentioned earlier. A refresher on grammar and punctuation after years outside of school is pretty nice, because at work I write a lot of emails right now. But any information that is available is best acquired through books. A YouTube course can only ever be as informational as being entertaining for the YouTube algorithm allows. This is a book on traffic stops. It has 100 fine, thin print pages in it. If you go onto YouTube and you search traffic stops, I guarantee you will not get anywhere near as comprehensive of an overview as you get there. And it's impossible to get something that comprehensive while someone is producing something for the YouTube algorithm. I know many men and women who just never developed a high capacity for reading endurance. And I think it's going to be a growing crack in society more people are doomed to fall in, particularly as phones and videos and everything becomes as addictive as humanly possible for them to make it. A normal person who notices that they're starting to develop such a gap in their skills needs a onboarding book that isn't written for preteens, which is what majority of what you'll be recommending is right now. They'll say, hey, go read Harry Potter, go read Percy Jackson. I wrote The Cruel Warrior with short chapters, getting longer the further you go. A normal heavy reader will just read more than one of these chapters in one sitting. But for someone, hopefully you, that's been out of the reading novels game for a long time, this should allow you to acclimate into it better. Goal 3, originality. I wanted a fantasy world because I'm a genre fiction loving sheep. This means I needed original concepts to make my fantasy world different from every other fantasy world out there. I settled on the Tolkien-esque Age of Fantasy as past, a great war eternities ago destroyed dwarves, elves, gnomes, etc. And one of the characters who is very old remembers this. The gap in the ecosystem, made through the death of all of the Tolkien races, allows for new races to develop and fill it. And I took a heavy inspiration from fairy tales and fae, and I wanted a world where, like, once you leave a town, you don't really know what's out there. And I feel like fairy tales are a good way of doing that. Goal 4, episodic. This is a personal preference, and in relation to approachability, I believe it assists it. I like when stories are made of sub-stories filling into a whole. While I could cite nearly any TV show with a long-running plot as inspiration, I took the most probably out of Doctor Who. So my book consists of roughly 6 sub-stories, arcs, or whatever other term you want for them, each of them feeding into the final plot at the end. I like Chekhov's gun. Tried to set up a Chekhov's gun in every sub-story and make sure they all fire on the way to the climax. April 15th, 2026. Please consider being one of the many who will buy my book.